All right, so for our second video, we're going to be talking about chords. So when two chords intersect in a circle. So if we have something like from here to here, and then from here to here. So the resulting theorem says that we take both arcs and divide them by 2 to get the angle. So if we're looking about angle x, what we would do is we would take this arc and this arc divided by 2, and that would get us x. So if we had like y and z, our theorem here is telling us that we take y plus z divided by 2, and that gets us the measure for x. So this is a reasonably straightforward one to go through. Just one hint is that if an angle is across from another angle on intersecting lines, those two are the same. So x and x here, they're both the same angle measure. It doesn't matter if you take the top one or the bottom one, because of that vertical angle theorem that we had from like the first unit, we know that those angles are exactly the same. So an example of this here, let's say we're given 2 of these, and we're told that from here to here, this arc is 100 degrees, and from here to here, this arc is 120 degrees, and they would like us to solve for x. Well, in this case, we can take both of those arcs, add them together, and then divide them by 2 to get our measure for x. So to be clear what we're selecting, we take both of these, add them together, and divide by 2 to solve for x. So 220 divided by 2, or in this case, x equals 110 degrees. A second way that we could see this, though, in a similar situation, is if we're given one measure of an arc and one angle measure, and we'd like to solve for what's on the outside. So actually, the format of this doesn't change at all. So we still have arc and arc, and we still take them and divide them by 2. So arc and arc divided by 2 equals our central angle in the middle there. So just to clearly highlight where each of these things came from, 160, 160, y and y, those are our arcs, and then we'll call this our angle measure, comes from the center there. So we can still go through and we can still solve for that missing y value just like we normally would. So take both sides here, multiply them by 2. That will simplify to 1. Here we would get 200 on the side. And now we can continue to solve. So 40 equals y, and we've gone through. So again, the format's the same. We might have different pieces of the format that are missing, but either way, both of those arcs divide